Greetings, awakened star beings of the new earth. Happy Ashtar, the spring equinox. This is a powerful day, a glorious day of new beginnings. This is the 0 point, the reawakening, the rebooting, the rebirth, the resurrection, a time of remembering our true self, our true nature, as infinite beings of eternal light and eternal life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the resurrection and the light of the Great Spirit, resonating through this sacred chamber, this sacred temple, this vessel of light we call the human physical vessel, as it's transforming, transmuting, transfiguring from the 2-strand double helix to the 12-strand crystalline 5D DNA of the Christos consciousness, which is love in action, here now, as the energies are ascending, the light rising through the levity of the natural spiral, the vortex of the Tao, the way, the divine matrix, the cosmos, cosmic consciousness, being activated through our I Am presence. We had another 24 hours of powerful activations, powerful earthquakes, volcanoes, many activations on Pachamama. We had a 12 hertz manifestation, many higher dimensional codes coming in. We had several very powerful earthquakes through these activations on the ring of fire with the Lemurian energy flowing in, the divine feminine, the goddess, the council of 12 rising up, waking up from the nightmare into the dream of paradise on earth, heaven on earth, the new Eden, the new Jerusalem. And we have many powerful energies and activations coming through this equinox gateway, this doorway of light, through the 0 point of the infinite space-time continuum that's culminating into this omega point of all timelines converging into this harmonic convergence, 222 coming in. Today we also had codes of the 362, 362, married with the 236, and the 369 of the Tesla, Nikola Tesla codes of free energy, sovereignty, divinity. Quick update from Divine Sister S.A. Smith. Schumann resonance begins to start showing its colors as the spring equinox comes into play. It's a very special night tonight. Our magnetosphere is currently experiencing those strong pulsing energies that are being intensified by our equinox energies. The March equinox, also called the vernal equinox, marks the beginning of the spring season in the northern hemisphere and the autumn season in the southern hemisphere. The March 2021 equinox arrived on March 20th at 9:37 UTC or 4:37 AM Central Daylight Time. 2:37 our time here in the Pacific. The kind of night where the energies are just right and you can manifest anything. We've been having such a hard couple of weeks. Try to take some time tonight to tap into what you need. Manifest something special with these energies. Meditation will be very charged tonight. Enjoy yourself. From agirlintheuniverse.com. And today with these powerful solar winds, these geomagnetic storms, many energies flowing in with these plasma waves. We had 125 M1.5 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. Most powerful, a very powerful 7.0 in Japan. Ishinomaki, Miyagi, Japan. Not too far from Fukushima. We had a powerful activation. Russia 4.5, Mariana Islands 4.3, 5.7 Mexico, 5.4 south of Tonga. So these are 4 key portals. The Tonga activation was right on the Tropic of Capricorn. The Mariana Islands activation right on the Tropic of Cancer. These were all on the ring of fire of the Lemurian energy. We had this in the South Pacific, 4.9. We had a powerful, this was Macquarie Island, west of Macquarie. And then a 6.1 powerful activation in the same location. This was at 5:19 UTC, 59.621 latitude, 150.314 longitude. We had this powerful activation in Turkey today, 4.2, another Russia, 4.1, Afghanistan, in the sacred portal, where the three holy mountains, Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun, Middle Path, Divine Feminine, Himalayan, Lower Dantian, Root Chakra, Sacral Chakra, where the three come together to form an apex, the trident, the Trinity, with the 4.5 activation, 104 kilometers depth, New Zealand 4.6, Banda Sea 4.5, and then the activation in Japan at 909, the 9910 degree, the Sky Nation, the Sky Beings, most powerful thunder lightning being, 17 hours ago, 17.2 miles from Ishinomaki, 7.0 activation. We have the 777, the 17, and the 99, 54 kilometers depth, Council of 9 coming in, Gulf of Alaska 4.1, 3.1, Peru, South America, the land of our sacred condors in the Kundalini of Pachamama, the Andes Mountains, Orco Pampa, Peru 4.4, 140 kilometers depth, another 4.9 activation in Russia, Indonesia 5.3, Healy, Alaska, and the Crown 3.3, Russia 5.1, China, Xizang 5.2, Southeast Loyalty Islands, also right on the Tropic of Capricorn, with a 5.5 activation, 5.5 of fifth dimensional energies coming in, another 4.9 in Japan, Nishinomote, Kagoshima, Japan, another 4.3 in Ishinomaki, Miyagi, Japan, Puerto Rico 3.0, Russia 4.5, Miyako, Japan 4.2, Mariana Islands 5.2, 4.1, Russia 3.1, Northern Alaska, Fukushima, Japan 4.6, Ontario, California 3.1. These are all on the Ring of Fire. This fire energy totally lit up, the divine feminine Christ energy, the fire of the goddess. 4.7, Carpathos, South Asian in Greece, Colombia, South America, in the Amazon rainforest. 4.9, Indonesia 5.0, 171 kilometers depth, 17 into the 71. This is part of the quantum activations, the quantum leap of consciousness, from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, beings of light. Today we start with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon is at 24 degrees, 45 minutes Gemini, the sun at 0 degrees, 41 minutes Aries, the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 25 degrees Gemini, a gardener trimming large palm trees, the current Sabian symbol for the sun at 1 degrees Aries. A woman has risen out of the ocean. A seal is embracing her, from astrologyweekly.com. We also had a very powerful volcanic explosion in Iceland yesterday that was dormant. This volcano had been dormant for over 800 years, and we've been receiving many earthquakes and activations through the sacred portal in Iceland over the last couple of weeks. And now today, again from my sacred condor, she pulled a card from the deck, Your Path Through the Enchanted Forest, from Lunea Weatherstone. And very interesting for this equinox, as my queen was shuffling the deck, 2 cards popped up. Many times a card will pop right out of the deck as she's shuffling, and today the 2 images, which are very synchronic with our great mission, the image 1 of the dragon, many dragon energies coming through today in the last few months, and the other image, a swan, which are the images I will put in the video. So the dragon transform into the eagle, and the swan transform into the condor for this final mission of Hieros Gamos, manifesting unconditional love into this field, into this realm for all living beings. This is divine union, the eagle fly with the condor, the Christos with the Magdalene, the Shakti with the Shiva, the yin with the yang, fire merge with water, create sacred steam, the sacred smoke. These are also the mists of Avalon as the veil parts, revealing this paradise of Avalon, the new Avalon. This is the land of the kings and queens of the new earth, the royal lion nation of Lemuria. So the first card of the dragon, the Ace of Spells. The enchanted ally for spells is the wyvern. There are many types of wyverns, including some that live in the sea. This is a forest wyvern, also known as a fire drake. Its primarily green body is excellent camouflage, and unless you look closely, you may completely miss it perched in a tree above your head, until it breathes a little fire, of course. Don't worry, the fire drakes of the Forest of Enchantment have their fiery nature under control and can channel it perfectly. This ally will help you do the same with yours. The wyvern says, let's heat things up. The wyvern's gift to you is a wizard's staff. The power of the staff depends entirely on the person who wields it. A wizard's staff without a wizard is just a stick. Intention is everything in magic, and the staff directs the wizard's will toward the desired outcome. Your wyvern has added a bit of dragon fire as an extra energy boost. The rest is up to you, meaning at a glance a new sense of purpose, a new or revitalized project, magic, will, fearlessness, confidence, a burst of energy, fire element. A closer look, the best way to tell a wyvern from a dragon is to count its legs. 2 legs wyvern, 4 legs dragon. But remember, the wyvern and the dragon symbolize many of the same things. The energy of the Kundalini rising, and the dragon lions of the earth and of the skies. Now the second card out of the deck is the Ace of Visions, the beautiful swan, which just happens to be the next page in the book. The enchanted ally for visions is the swan. Renowned for their grace and beauty, swans are also powerfully strong, fierce and faithful in love. They mate for life in marriages that may last 20 years. Swans are emotional and expressive creatures, calling out in triumph when they roust an enemy, emitting one last lament as they leave this life. The swan says a dream is a wish your heart makes. The swan's gift to you is a tiny enchanted pool in a secluded glade. When the water is still, it becomes a magic mirror. All that you desire is reflected here, and most importantly, so is your own true self. You have nothing to fear from this. Your swan knows that your true self is noble, pure and beautiful, meaning at a glance serenity, compassion, spirituality, kindness, a new way of seeing, a gift of love, water element. So there again, the water, the fire, the yin, the yang, the kan, the li. A closer look, do you see the irises reflected in the water? Irises symbolize the connection between heaven and earth. 144 coming in. Now today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, Spring Equinox, March 20th, 2021, a glorious new beginning. On Saturday, March 20th, we have the official end of winter, not necessarily the weather matching, and the beginning of a continued longer days of sunlight here in the northern hemisphere. This is the first day of spring. This is a sacred rebirth. This equinox on March 20th in the southern hemisphere is the fall equinox, the beginning of less light and a preparation for going deeper within. Either way, on March 20th, 2021, in the northern and southern hemispheres, we experience the equinox. The equinox refers to equal day and night. This is approximate 12-hour daylight and 12 hours of darkness. For those of us experiencing the spring equinox and the profound new beginning of spring is in the air, for this and now every moment is the new beginning. Through your heart and continued self-love and awareness, blessings and miracles abound. The beautiful recent new moon is continuing to increase in its power of transformation, adding to its glorious spring equinox. For those preparing for the fall equinox, we focus deep within, embracing the darkness, and settling in, preparing for winter. The winter representing that which transforms in and through the darkness, through the quiet, through the stillness, and through love. Going deeper within, to and through the light of your soul will be your focus of transformation. Those of us preparing for the greater active season ahead, leading to summer, loving the greater sunlight, is the embracing more and more the light of our eternal souls. The sun represents the spiritual sun, the eternal God self, cosmic self, divine loving self. It will be through this you are sustained, held, and glorified. We celebrate and activate you now, present with many divine beings and the divine council of overseers. We bless you now, from the new divinehumanity.com, and from a gift from Gaia. We are now receiving G2 moderate storms. Clarity is now heading in super fast, eyes wide open. Release those attachments and be free. We are now storming through our next reveal and releasing the old to break free from the outdated belief structures. And this beauty of a mild solar storm will most definitely assist in bringing the clarity required so that the realignment into the new experience can commence. Not yet though, hold fire. Not just this, but it's our spring equinox. The scales begin to tip. We begin to push through from deep within. The direction of life always appears to take a little sidestep when we have solar activity. The value system of our lower mind then switches up a gear and leads us into realizations, in which it soon comes to light that there is a much more higher value that is awaiting your connection. Know thyself and know thy worth has been the message leading into this G1 storm. Personally for me, I had already begun to activate the Buddha template within, which means much less chatter, much more precision, and observe the movements of everything. Not as I would like them to appear, not as the ideal, but as its truth, which has highlighted subtle octaves of restriction in my experience. I have written extensively about these templates and how to activate them to enhance your life experience, and these are all accessible through the opal and diamond portals on the website, with Venus and Mercury still invisible. Choosing to take this next month to adjust the value systems on the inside will harmonize the experience with the all and will prove highly transformative. When Venus is so deeply hidden in the sun's rays, this isn't the time for new beginnings. It's however a time to dig deep. So all new beginnings will be a highly beneficial deep dive into the past for the opportunity to see why we appear to loop in the experience. Starting new beginnings just now could well end up feeling like Groundhog Day if we are clueless as to how we create realities. But if you are now mastering the formless, then this is likely to be the great aha that will ensure the secrets to this magic and assist you in applying the codes to your everything. Use this time for the inner work, and when you smell the sweet apple blossom, you will know it's time to come out to play. Early May is the harmonic flow time for new beginnings, so let us join on the inside and bring the process to completion and watch what happens next. Deeper we go, heading inside to go outside, because that's the way it works. Happy surfing, angels. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sarah Hayes. Vernal Autumn Equinox. The willpower to transform again. The universe wants to support your dreams. Fire in the belly, stars in your eyes. On March 20th, we have the beginning of spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, and the beginning of autumn in the Southern Hemisphere. Happy vernal, autumn equinox, and astrological new year. On the very same day, the sun, which represents our ego, life force, and vitality, shifts from the dreamy sign of Pisces into the fiery sign of Aries. Quite a lot going on. This is an amazing day of magic, miracles, and new intentions. Equinoxes, just like solstices, are days to set intentions and prayers for the coming season. This is a perfect day to hold a sacred pact with yourself as you embark on a new chapter and turn a new leaf. The vernal autumn equinox and sun's entry into Aries is a powerhouse of new shifts and awareness. In ancient times, astrologers looked to see what alignment occurred on the first day of the sun's entry into Aries. As it cast a new birth chart for the whole year, the sun's entry into the trailblazing sign of Aries is here to light a fire of possibility and renewal within your heart. No other sign can get it moving and grooving, quite like a rambunctious ram. It is time to rise and create from our childlike innocence, and to take risks. After months of turbulence and uncertainty, the sun's entry into Aries wants to bring in a spark of innovation and originality. The sun's entry into Aries is extra special this year, as it is happening while the moon is in a waxing state, growth, progress, but also while all the planets are in direct motion. This is an extra boost in our power and manifestation abilities. It is time to begin that new business, project, or idea that keeps lingering within our mind. Go, go, go will be the theme with the sun's entry into the ram's den. A spark of genius and enlightenment is ready to find you and the world is your oyster. Happy vernal autumn equinox and happy birthday to my dear Aries people. Since everyone enjoyed the haiku poem I created for the sun's entry into Pisces, I thought I could not leave my dear Aries hanging. To welcome in this powerful day and season, I channel this message from Spirit. I hope you enjoy it. Vernal autumn equinox, sun in Aries, haiku inspired poem. May you enter into this new season with a renewal of faith and courage. May you leave behind the woes and worries of this last year and reclaim the inner fire of brilliance and creation within your soul. Your inner light knows the way. Trust it and surrender to its flow. A powerful and mighty leader is here. In fact, it has never left. You are not here to play small, but rather to honor the call to rise and honor your sacred vision and quest. Your inner child wants you to come back out and play. Your heart wants you to recognize the power of its ability to heal and begin once more. As we enter this new season, it is time to shed the old skin and stand up for who you are and what you came into this life to accomplish. The universe has your back and wants you to know that you are never alone on this journey. May this equinox bring you back to your wholeness and to your sovereignty. May this new season greet you with open arms and a gentle touch. You are here to shine. You are here to believe. You are here to love and to be loved. You are a miracle. From astromama.com. Today from the Order of the Star, March Equinox 2021, a new astrological year. You can probably sense the change in the air already. The temperature is slowly rising, the sun shines for a little longer, and the winter snow is finally melting. That's right, spring is almost here when the vernal equinox, otherwise known as the spring equinox, happens on March 20th, ushering into the first day of the new season. The spring equinox holds great importance for many reasons. It's on the equinox that the sun transits exactly over the Earth's equator, making the hours of daylight and darkness equal almost everywhere on Earth, creating balance. After the equinox, the days become longer, with more hours of daylight, making us feel a little better. Along with being the first day of spring, it's also the pagan holiday, Ashtar, named after the ancient Germanic goddess of spring that centers around rebirth, fertility, and harmony. Lastly, it's also the first day of the astrological new year. On March 20th, the sun enters Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, meaning that we are starting a new zodiac cycle. So if you need to revise your New Year's resolutions in January, you have another opportunity to get it right or change your resolutions completely. It's clear the spring equinox is a big deal, but what's going on that makes the 2021 equinox so special? Let's see what the stars have to say. The astrology of the 2021 spring equinox. As mentioned above, the spring equinox is when the sun enters fiery Aries, ushering us into the season of the Ram and the astrology new year as we enter the first sign of the zodiac wheel. When the sun is in Aries, we all become a little bolder, enthusiastic, with a pioneering spirit. Over the next 4 weeks, we'll be ready to conquer anything that comes our way, making it a great time to start new projects. As well, we will be extra motivated and even a little lucky. To harness this energy, you don't have to be successful right away. You have the whole zodiac cycle. But the greatest journey always begins with a single step, so take it. Along with the sun, the moon will be in a waxing crescent phase in Curious Gemini. This is an interesting placement because the waxing crescent moon encourages positivity and intention. It's about making plans for the future and getting us major opportunities for change. That's quite the encouragement for starting new things again. This is coupled with the moon being in Gemini, making us a little chatty as we let our thirst for knowledge lead the way, as we share ideas, intelligence, and skills with friends, neighbors, and the community at large. With the moon setting the Gemini tone, we're all encouraged to be more open, joyful, and adaptable to all changes. Especially since we may be a little flightier and fickler with our desires, we may suddenly have a change of heart about our goals or what we thought we wanted, but that's not all. The moon will trine Jupiter in Aquarius during the equinox, bringing us social and material success. This moon-boosting aspect gives us a positive outlook on life as we help others, do creative activities, and enjoy quality times with friends. We deserve it after a very tiring year. However, the equinox isn't all sunshine and flowers. We also have to deal with the moon squaring Neptune and Pisces that day, creating a little imbalance on one of the most harmonious days. While we may be optimistic about our new goals and big places for the future, we can easily lose sight of reality when it comes to setting goals that are achievable, or worse, Neptune's fog could cloud our judgment, making it hard for us to chase our dreams. The secret, shoot for the stars, but keep your feet on the ground. The spring equinox is a great opportunity to start new projects, share your ideas with others, and start thinking about your goals. However, remember to be flexible and not to go overboard with your ambitions, or you'll be burned out before you begin. The spring equinox is a joyful holiday centered around rebirth and growth. It is the arrival of spring. The earth is coming alive again. The spring equinox is a festival of awakening. With the spring equinox, your spirit is waking up with new ideas and new dreams for your life. Its fresh, warm energy has the power to make you feel alive and inspired. Here at the beginning of the season, lots of new ideas are calling out to you. All these things are buzzing with new life around you. This month is about trying new things out. What excites you right now? What are you interested in? What are you drawn to? Because this is the season of illumination. Spring brings clarity. This is the time to get really clear on what you want to see grow in your life and what you want to harvest. In order to gain that clarity, you need to try out what's calling you. Rebirth is in full swing. Celebrate as you wish to. You could wander the fields in search of spring herbs, spend time outside, plant seeds, write a journal, practice gratitude. You may well spend some time with loved ones or in solitude, reflecting on the years that have passed, and set intentions for the coming year. Happy new astrological year. And from Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, happy equinox alignment and relocation to all. May all blessings from this equinox find everyone in bliss and in health. May truth be revealed and our hearts rejoice. May every living being be happy and find comfort. May every living soul find true home. May the healing waters come and wash off every distortion. May the veil be removed and truth shine. May every sacred child remember, live in purity and self-sovereignty again. May all deceptive plans fall like a paper tower in the here and now. May we rejoice with our true spiritual family of true eternal life. So it is. Today's healing will be immense. The holy healing water of the primordial holy mountains will be available to us again. This is such an honor, such a blessing. The inner portals to the higher realms are opening and are being accessed again. Our true family is with us always. We are leaving the lower human heaviness and releasing last ancestral illnesses, curses, traumas, misfortunes, and limitations. We see the truth. Our root chakra is transforming and rejuvenating. Further understandings and revelations are now available for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. The multidimensional system of Earth shows its true nature to us. Mother and grandmother whales have been seen and reconnected with us again after so long. The waters above have been witnessed. We are bringing the message to all our sisters and brothers that all is well and everyone is safe. We are now able to regain the deepest part of our being which cannot be reached before. We are called to love this part unconditionally and give it acceptance and soothing. We are alive, we are joy, we are doing it. Take care of yourselves the following days. Thank you, Erini. And today from the Gene Keys, Unlocking Your Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd. Gene Key 25, March 19th through March 23rd, 2021. Constriction, acceptance, universal love. Acceptance occurs as we begin to get used to the discomfort. We realize that the emotional pain will not kill us. It can seem overwhelming. It can seem terrifying. It can make us feel irritated or deadened or filled with rage. As we come to accept a negative pattern, it is rather like taking in a stray dog or cat that has been abused. It takes time to rebuild trust. That hurt part of our psyche needs this acclimatization period in which we gradually come to realize the depth of our pain. Whereas allowing makes space for all manner of feelings and extremes, acceptance brings us to a deeper and more mature place in which we are authentically facing our own pain or difficulty with love and understanding. excerpt from The Art of Contemplation, and from the Yi Ching Classic Book of Change, hexagram 25, Innocence. Thunder rolls under heaven, opening all channels to return to natural divine order. Universal love is the beauty of awakening. Acceptance is fresh initiative. Constriction is the entropy of agitation, creating realization. Everything manifests its original nature, free from all insincerity. The ancient kings made their regulations in complete accordance with the seasons, thereby nourishing all things. Allowing is very powerful because it begins with the physical. Whatever we're experiencing in life, however hard, bring our awareness to our physicality, to the sensations and discomfort in our body. Never mind about our feelings or our thoughts, they'll come later. We begin with the physical. We just allow our body to feel what it feels. Richard Rudd's 64 Ways, GeneKeys.com. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise, Gaia Daily, March 19 through 22. Happy Equinox. We are entering a dynamic and activating time astrologically. As the Sun and Venus come less than 1 degree apart for this equinox, it is a triumphant return of the divine feminine creation energies to Earth. As the Sun and Venus cross over the Aries point together, staying close for almost 3 weeks. Energies and possibilities are expanding and increasing as Jupiter comes into semi-sextile with Neptune at 21 degrees. On the 21st, 2 + 1 = 3, which represents creation of something more than the parts. Happening on March 21st, the message is 1, 2, 3. It's go time and our permission to create a new and better reality. All this Pisces and Aries energy speak to creating life anew in each moment. Mars in Gemini is in a sweet trine with Saturn in Aquarius, pushing us to take the leap into the unknown future. Mars is coming up on the north node of the moon and will square Mercury in Pisces. This is telling us that we must release the muzzle that has held back the juicy feminine magic power for too long. It's time to stand up and speak our truth. It's time to celebrate the return of the Shakti energy and claim our world, our way, in each magical moment. From AdrianElise.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Sun enters Aries. We reach the turn of the season, the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere, as the sun returns to the first of the zodiac signs. This is a time of beginnings, new inspiration, and growth. This is also the festival of Ashtar, which calls us to celebrate our creativity and fertility of Mother Earth. Pay homage to our beautiful planet. Go within, reconnect with your divine inner spark. Know that you have the strength required for all that lies ahead. Fire up your courage. Take the initiative. The world awaits your next move. Sometimes you just have to go for it. Be a pioneer. Forge ahead into new territory. Break new ground, especially if you're bored, listless, or uninspired. Give yourself a challenge and something positive to fight for. Don't let the grass grow under your feet. From LeahWhitehorse.com, and today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 96, Yellow Overtone Warrior. Overtone is a name for the number 5, and its keywords are empower, radiance, and command. The 5th day of a wave spell is always powerful, and its effect on the day is formidable. Whatever day it combines with, the number 5 adds significant intensity and strength. Much can be accomplished on overtone days. Today is Yellow Warrior, and its key words are intelligence, questioning, and fearlessness. It's a crazy, intense combination today, as 5 warriors, one of the most powerful warriors in the Zolkin. This is perfect if you have a quest to go on or a mission to undertake. Warrior invites you to be fearless, and the number 5 gives you power. I highly recommend taking on a quest, as with all this energy around, choosing not to do anything will result in restlessness and frustration, and there is a likelihood of this energy turning into arguments. Don't go on the warpath, but instead harness this energy and do something useful with it. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Overtone Warrior, Kin 96, 20 March 2021, the most radiant warrior of them all. 23/2021 = 23/23 = 5/5 = 10 = 1. 23, Equal Awakening, Divinity Code, 5-5, Liberation Portal, Global Freedom March Day, a huge code for the Rainbow Warriors to march for freedom today, a divinely perfect code for our planetary liberation. Gaia's warriors are commanding to be heard. 20, The Awakening, 2, Twins, Partner, Cooperation, 3, Holy Trinity, Joy, Creativity, 5, Liberation, Change, Transformation, Freedom, 10, Manifestation, Authority, Power, 1, New Beginnings, Leader, Original, Unique, Kin 9-6 equal 15, 6 Code equals 6, Heaven, Christ, Consciousness, Harmony, Love, Romance, Gap Day, Galactic Activation Portal, another intensely potent day of divine power to fuel our global quest for freedom. Day 5 in the yellow human wave spell of wisdom, influence, intelligence, free will, and abundance. Today is a day of empowerment where we use our intelligence and free will to question everything in our world in order to make better choices, leading to better outcomes for all. Tone of creation, overtone, tone 5 in the spiritual realm. Action commands, power empowers, essence, radiance. Number 5 represents the center, core purpose, foundation, and central intent. It is the center of the wheel from which all the spokes emanate. This is the phase where the energy of creation returns to the center and then radiates outwards. Overtones command the unbounded. They order it to be, and so it becomes. Their power radiates from their soul essence through a pure connection to Source. This is the true source of unlimited power. The overtone warrior is a spiritual warrior and draws on the power of spirit through serving in God's army. They are peaceful but strong and courageous in their admirable resolve and principles, using the power of love, compassion, and the sword of truth as their weapon in seeking harmony and equality for all. Today the Rainbow Warrior is commanding back his divine power. Thy will be divine will. The Rainbow Warriors are being called to action as the new leaders of this golden era we are co-creating. As we close the old cycle and the old paradigm collapses, now is the time for the Lightworkers, Wayshowers, Star Blossoms to come forth and heed their highest divine calling as the new sovereign leaders they signed up to be. So get ready to claim it and step up for divine service. A real leader is someone who uses nothing but who they are to unite many to achieve good. Today's questions are: what survival issues do I need to finally surrender and let go in order to command back my power and seed my new beginning, blossoming into my fullest potential? How can we collectively as a rainbow tribe become more empowered and radiate our light, categorically rejecting the old matrix and seeding the better world we want to live in? P.S. to all those fearless rainbow warriors who have been battling with darkness, today is the day to reclaim your power, connect with Source, and radiate that brilliant luminescence, expanding so strongly that all darkness melts and dissolves in your divine omnipresence. I recommend doing a ritual today to officially surrender, let go, and release any deep base chakra survival wounding, money, health, shelter, support, fear of the dark, fear of death, abandonment, sexual manipulation, violence, abuse, power issues, etc. Red Serpent is the superpower today, giving you back your full vitality and life force through surrendering to the world bridger death of the old cycle. The warrior fearlessly supports you in commanding back all your power from all sources, timelines, and dimensions in order to seed your new life and fully bloom once again, a fresh start as a fully sovereign, divinely Christed spiritual being. The old game is over. It is time to write a new script. Take command of your life today. Note, as the Red Serpent governs fire and Kundalini energy, you may choose to use fire burning, walking, light a candle, etc. or use yoga, chakra balancing, healing. Whatever method you choose, make sure you command your intention with supercharged focus on your outcome. Divine gratitude to all the global rainbow warriors for fearlessly walking their true path and holding the dream of our euphoric planetary unification as one rainbow tribe. Victory to the light. What a phenomenal day. Divine blessings for commanding back your full divine radiant power. And Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 9-6, Yellow, Overtone Warrior. The mantra, the code for today is: I empower in order to question, commanding fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of flowering. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And on this powerful day of activations and upgrades, transformations, transmutations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank those supporting us on this great mission with your donations and pledges on Patreon. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Haley Iniguez, for your pledge and support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our work and mission of the lineage of Eagle and Condor and Hieros Gamos manifesting New Earth, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/primedisclosure. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Arifa Gill, for another donation today. Thank you, Divine Sister, anchoring in the codes in the UK. And I'd like to also thank Divine Bro Star of the Light, Daniel Hill, for another donation. Thank you, Bro Star. We appreciate each and every one of you for your support and to helping us to continue doing our work and bringing these daily transmissions to the world. We rely on your daily contributions, pledges, and donations for our daily living expenses, so we thank you very much for supporting us. We're grateful for every one of you. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. She has several new beautiful goddess totems, the goddess set, the 4 elements, very beautiful, powerful. All of these are encoded with the divine feminine, divine goddess, divine love. She has a couple handmade wool purses. Everything on the site is handmade by my sacred queen. She has several healing gem bracelets, so check these out at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to finish today's transmission with a powerful prayer, puja, blessing, incantation for the spring solstice, Ostara. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to the east, and welcome a new day of great love and peace to this and all upcoming moments until further notice. I know that any physical principles do not bind me, therefore my energy transcends all physical boundaries and limitations. Chant Om 3 times and send the vibration of this energy to Earth, the galaxy, the universe, the multiverse, and infinitely expanding Creator Source. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to the south to welcome in the cleansing energy of the cosmos. May our kingdom be kept neat and tidy until further notice. Summon forth the highest sustaining violet flame, pink flame, emerald green flame, blue ray light, green ray light, ruby ray light, and emerald green light. 444 coming in. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to the west and command the tides of the infinite universe to become infinitely increasingly more positive, sacred wave by sacred wave. Summon forth the following waters of positive change with all your heart and a focused mind: white, pink, light blue, gold, yellow, green, red, teal, and rainbow. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to the north and summon the highest lights of infinitely expanding Creator Source. I place a special blessing upon Gaia and her children, bringing forth peaceful prosperity and abundant knowledge. Summon forth the highest lights to Earth and all her inhabitants: white, clear, pink, rainbow, silver, gold, Ganesha, diamond, Kali, black, Sirius, silver, blue, Arcturus, silver, white, blue, and the touch of Source, rainbow. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to all the unnamed directions to bring love to all corners of existence. With the purest heart, I summon peace, harmony, and joy. We intend to return to Eden, a place where man has a deeply profound relationship with infinitely expanding Creator Source. Sense and connect with the consciousness that gives life to your body, as it is the same as the consciousness that created the infinite universe. From this divining perspective, create an ideal spring season and anything you wish to create that is of a positive energy and respects free will. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to all the unnamed directions to see that I have summoned forth the Great Spirit's direct attention. I am honored to be in these holy hallways. Speak to Source as if it sat down next to you. Plead the case for all those who are suffering and insist on rewiring the energetic flow of experience to be more kind to all life forms. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to all the unnamed directions. I see peace and love in the upcoming world. I see the divine creator joining our thoughts and actions. I know this day is pure love in action form. Connect to all the beings joining us today, heart to heart and mind to mind. Send a white ray light to connect us all via our chakras. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit to all the unnamed directions to bring all people together in the common body of divinity. We are swimming in the Great Spirit's ocean of reality, and thus we are all one in all ways. Connect with all things in the universe, heart to heart, mind to mind. Send a rainbow ray light to connect us all. Try to link this with the white ray collective that you have just created. I face my mind, body, and divine spirit inside to find that these words are also manifestations of the infinitely expanding Creator Source's will that manifests inside of my being. Meditate. Mitakwio yasin, mitakwio sin, mitakwio yasin. Aho. So thank you for joining us on this beautiful and glorious day. Have a beautiful and blessed spring equinox, Ostara, and keep living your sacred path with heart, shining your light brightly into the night. And remember, I am the resurrection and the life. There is no separation, only in the illusion. Only love is real and eternal, and is our true nature, our true self. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.